fam, Chi-Chi here. Today I'll be giving you my perspective and a live demo of the Bum Tinted Mineral SPF 30. Entrada. Alright, so let's just hop right into it. This is the Bum Mineral Sunscreen Face Tint SPF 30. Now, this is a mineral SPF and it is at a 30% or 30 rating. I don't know what it says, but it is tinted, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and try this out. And I have been testing this out for a couple of months at this point now, so I have some thoughts. Definitely have some thoughts. This is a 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounce bottle that you get for $17.99, and I picked mine up from Ulta, so I like that I'm able to, you know, use some points. So let's just give this a shaky shake. This is kind of like a whipped mousse kind of situation. It was really interesting to try this one, but low-key, high-key, I'll tell you the truth, I accidentally picked up the original untinted version thinking it was this one. You definitely have to work in small sections to really work the product into your skin. I already did all of my skin prep, so everything is nice and settled into my skin, so I shouldn't have any issues of peeling, and I never did have a issue with this product ever balling up on me. I just want to show you half of the skin with the SPF and without it, because I do find that you kind of need to really work this in if you do have darker skin. Try to get as close to the hairline as possible. I really don't like how it reacts to my hairline, because I have gotten like a little cast in my hairline. And I'm just like, really, girl, like, come on. This is how it is looking. And you can definitely tell there is a cast on my face. It doesn't fully go away, but compared to the original, it's a whole lot better. So this is how my skin looks without it and with it. She still has a cast, but I love how this kind of feels. It kind of feels slightly like a primer. I just like how kind of silky it is. It reminds me of the Makeup Forever primer, where it just gave you that silkiness to it, your skin, but it's not as dry and almost peely, kind of silicone-y as that primer. But because of this texture, I definitely do feel like you could use it as a primer. I don't recommend when people are like, oh, you can use it as a primer. You could do it. I don't recommend it, but I do put this on under makeup and it just lays just as nicely. But yeah, you can definitely see a difference between both sides of my skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the rest of this because I am not trying to waste my stuff. You just really need to make sure that you are working this into the skin. I cannot stress that enough. Now, some of the ingredients, let's talk about that while we do that. This has titanium dioxide 5.3 and zinc oxide 2.4. Those two ingredients are what's, you know, protecting your skin from the sun rays. I don't know much about minerals SPFs because I don't normally gravitate towards this, but I do know that those are the two ingredients you want to see together. And it's free of the oxybenzone. I don't know what that is. I think that's what damages the coral reefs. Hypoallergenic, fragrance free, definitely fragrance free, vegan, gluten free, and paraben free. It does what it needs to do. I haven't had any bad experiences with this product. Luckily, I haven't broken out from it. I haven't, you know, just had any sort of reaction to it. and my skincare underneath it hasn't peeled, or when I do put makeup on top, it hasn't balled up on me either. The only major complaint that I do have is that it definitely does have a little bit of a cast, but not as bad as the original. I have a little bit of the original left. I'm gonna put on the back of my hand so you guys can kind of see how I was freaking out. Plus it'll give me a little bit of time for the SPF to really sink into my skin, and you can see how it looks after it's, you know, chilled for a little bit. Here's the original. It was very white, and I was so upset when I realized I had this one. I had to still use up my money, so it's gonna be a little difficult. I didn't want to put this much out. But here is the white one. So you can imagine me putting this on in the morning and just being like, girl, what is going on? I could have swore I grabbed a tinted one. No ma'am, no ma'am. So I was looking hella ashy when I was using the regular untinted one, and you can just even tell by my face the ashiness is real. I didn't mean to put that much on. I definitely used it up. I still continue to put it on my face, but just know if you accidentally get the regular one, yeah, you're gonna be looking ashy. Even with it giving that ashy cast, under makeup, it made no difference. It didn't affect the color of my actual foundation, and that's why I still use the regular one, because it was like, okay, well, my makeup still looks fine, so I'm like, let's have at it. But yeah, the ashiness that came with this, ooh child, she was a little ashy. So I'm going to come back in like about 15 minutes, because that's normally the amount of time you need to have this all set and sink into your skin, and I will return. All right, it's been about 15-20 minutes, and this is how my skin is looking. You definitely still see the cast. Like, there's no getting around that, and that's why I normally don't gravitate towards mineral sunscreens. However, this isn't a bad cast. I've seen worse. I've used worse. So this is something that I could work with. And definitely if you have some sort of pigment, you definitely could add it to the SPF. But you know me, I try not to play chemist too much. But if you do have pigments, you can add it to it to kind of adjust it a little bit more to your skin tone. But for me, it doesn't look too bad. I have gone out in public like this because you guys know I don't care. But looking at the back of my hand, you can see the original had your girl out here looking hella crazy compared to my regular skin. Even as the day progresses, the cast does become a little bit lighter. However, you do have to reapply. When it comes to reapplication, again, it's not bad. I never tried it over makeup. I really have to figure out how to really finesse that. But on bare skin, it's fine. You still end up with this sort of cast. And then of course throughout the day your oils are, you know, peeking through, you're sweating, things like that. So it definitely eases up with the cast, but once you reapply it, it's back to basics with it. But overall, I've had a really good experience with this SPF, and for it to be mineral and for the accessibility to be there where I can order it from Ulta and use points to get the price down a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I can't really complain about it, especially since this is my first serious venture into mineral sunscreens, and it definitely has helped with the dark spots on my face versus the chemical ones that are a little bit questionable with their SPF ratings right now. So I have noticed that my dark spots that I have gotten in conjunction with my skincare that specifically targets dark spots, it has been helping, you know, just reflect those rays. So that's why I have been liking the mineral sunscreen. It feels nicely on the skin. It does what it needs to do, and I'm happy with that. Check out some of my other videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay comfy, guys. Bye.